Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been digging through the latest results from the Infusion Battle Arena.
The Multiverse's best Fight Club simulator, yeah.
Exactly. And we've got some, well, pretty intense percentages to unpack today. Our mission, a deep dive into 4 key players from this run.
That's right. We've got Robin, Tim Drake version, then Wolverine, the Child Savage Hulk, and rounding it out, Martian Manhunter.
A great lineup covering the whole spectrum.
Absolutely. We're hitting all 4 tiers here. Street, enhanced, superhuman, and metahuman. It really shows the power progression.
And just a quick reminder for everyone following along, our methodology is consistent. We're looking at baseline proficiency, no crazy outliers.
Right, standard versions. And the arena itself is neutral ground. It's all about the skills, the powers, how they clash.
So we're really isolating how things like tactics, healing factors, rage mechanics, and pure versatility stack up.
Couldn't have said it better.
Okay, so the plan is, tier by tier, we'll hit each character, look at all 5 of their matchups from this run, and really get into the nitty-gritty of why those win percentages landed where they did.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Let's start on the ground floor. Street tier. If tactics are king here, let's see how Tim Drake fares.
Robin. Tim Drake. Definitely elite for street tier. The analysis highlights his cerebral tactics and defensive discipline.
He's the thinker of the Robins, right?
Exactly. An insight-driven counter style. Less flash, more efficiency.
Okay, well, efficiency meets chaos first. Robin versus Deadpool. Wade gets 60%, Tim gets 40%. Why can't the master strategist shut Deadpool down more often?
Well, it really boils down to 2 things. Wade's insane unpredictability and that healing factor.
Right, the healing.
Tim can definitely outthink him, find openings, score takedowns, but Wade just gets back up. It drags the fight into chaos, into variance.
So tactics win round 1, but over the long haul.
Over 100 simulations. Wade's ability to just keep going, keep being weird, it starts to favor him. Tim's system relies on opponents reacting normally to damage, and Wade just doesn't.
Okay, fair enough. But then look at Robin versus Moon Knight. A perfect 50-50 split. A total stalemate.
Yeah, that one's fascinating. It's like theoretical perfection at this level. You've got Mark's brutal resilience and that wild ferocity, perfectly balanced against Tim's precision counters and his disciplined approach. Moon Knight's too unpredictable for Tim to completely negate.
But Tim's too controlled for Mark's aggression to just steamroll.
Exactly. They just cancel each other out consistently.
All right, let's talk family. Robin versus Nightwing. Big brother Dick takes it 55% to 45%. A close one, but I thought Tim's tactics might have leveled it more.
It's close, but it comes down to Dick's edge and experience and, crucially, improvisation.
Improvisation.
They share that bat training foundation, obviously, but Dick is just better at thinking on his feet, adapting mid-fight. Tim analyzes the opponent's mistake. Dick creates the mistake.
So Dick throws curveballs.
Basically. Over repeated fights, that ability to introduce unexpected wrinkles gives him that slight but consistent advantage.
Now, the other Bat Brother rivalry. Robin versus Red Hood. This one flips. Kim gets the slight edge, 52% to 48%. That seems surprising, given Jason's lethality.
It really highlights Tim's specific strength, intellectual discipline. Jason brings the heat, absolutely. Lethal intent, guns, aggression.
Yeah.
But Tim's cerebral tactics and defense let him consistently exploit Jason's big weakness.
Which is?
His recklessness, his temper. In the kind of close quarters fights the arena encourages, Tim outthinks Jason's rage just often enough to grab that tiny majority. Exploiting a known psychological flaw pays off.
Consistency beats raw aggression there. Right. Okay, last one for Tim. Robin versus Wildcat. The veteran Ted Grant wins 58% to 42%.
Yeah, this is about grit. Ted Grant's just got that raw toughness and deep mastery of boxing, pure fundamentals.
So Tim can score points, analyze.
He can, definitely. His counters are smart, but Wildcat just keeps coming. Over time, that sheer durability and relentless pressure wear Tim down. Ted's just incredibly hard to put away for good.
Okay, so summing up Tim Drake in the street gear. It seems like his success hinges on exploiting known weaknesses, like Jason's temper. But pure chaos like Deadpool, or overwhelming toughness like Wildcat, gives him trouble.
That's a great way to put it. His disciplined mind is his greatest weapon, but it works best against opponents with predictable patterns or flaws he can analyze. Pure variance or sheer grit can overwhelm the system.
Discipline is the key variable, for better or worse. Makes sense. All right, let's climb the ladder. Enhanced tier.
Wolverine, Logan Ace.
Moving from street smarts to Well, adamantium and healing factors.
Yeah.
Wolverine basically defines this tier, right? The healing changes everything.
He's the benchmark, yeah. Superior healing, tons of combat experience, those feral instincts, and of course the adamantium skeleton.
Okay, first matchup. Wolverine versus Bloodshot. Logan takes it 55% to 45%.
Bloodshot's tough, no doubt. Nanites, tactical thinking.
Right, he regenerates too.
He does, but Logan's healing is just better. Vastly superior, the data suggests. And Logan has centuries of combat experience. It becomes a war of attrition.
And Logan just outlasts him.
Pretty much. Both heal, but Logan heals faster and better from more severe damage, especially with the adamantium absorbing impact. Over time, that difference adds up.
Gotcha. Now for a legendary one. Wolverine versus Captain America. Steve Rogers. A perfect 50-50 stalemate.
The absolute classic. It's like the analysis just throws its hands up here.
Yeah.
Cap brings the precision, the shield mastery, the tactical genius. Logan brings the feral intensity, the claws, the unbreakable bones, the healing.
They just perfectly negate each other's advantages.
Exactly. You could run this simulation 1,000 times and it likely stays dead even. Depends on the day, maybe.
Okay, here's a surprising one, though. Wolverine versus Deathstroke. Slade Wilson wins, 55% to 45%. How does a mercenary, even an enhanced one, take a majority against Wolverine?
This is fascinating because it circles back to that idea of efficiency versus raw power. Slade is the ultimate tactician.
More for the hand Cap.
Different kind. Cap is a leader and strategist. Slade is an assassin, a counterfighter. He leverages his tactical awareness, weapon skills, and his own enhanced physicality with ruthless efficiency.
So he doesn't just try to brawl with Logan.
No, that's suicide. Slade likely finds ways to incapacitate, disorient, or use the environment. He controls the fight, keeps Logan off balance. He fights like a soldier executing a mission, while Logan often relies on ferocity and healing. Slade's discipline wins out over Logan's raw, but sometimes less focused, power.
Interesting. Discipline again. Okay, another stalemate. Wolverine versus Timberwolf.
Yeah.
50-50.
Yeah, Brynlundo Timberwolf. He
Yeah.
brings serious speed and significant strength, enough to really challenge Logan physically.
But Logan matches him.
He does. Timberwolf might be faster, maybe hits harder initially, but Logan has the adamantium durability, the unmatched healing, and just sheer combat experience. Bryn's power meets Logan's resilience and lethality head-on. Deadlock.
Makes sense. And finally, the big grudge match. Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Logan gets the win here, 55% to 45%. Narrow, but decisive.
Victor Creed. He's got the strength, the healing, the ferocity to go toe-to-toe with Logan. It's brutal.
So why does Logan edge him out consistently?
It comes back to that discipline again, ironically. Compared to Victor, Logan actually has tighter discipline and sharper tactical instincts.
Even though he lost to Deathstroke because of discipline.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
relative. Against the hyper-disciplined Slade, Logan looks reckless. Against the purely savage Sabretooth, Logan looks focused. When they're so physically matched, that small mental edge, that slightly better control Logan exhibits, makes the difference against Victor's pure, often sloppy ferocity.
Wow. So for Wolverine, it's all about that razor's edge of control. His lack of discipline loses to Deathstroke, but his relative discipline beats Sabretooth. That's the key takeaway for the enhanced tier here.
Perfectly put. It's about how that ferocity is channeled, or isn't.
Okay, let's jump again. Superhuman tier. Things get bigger.
Yeah. Exponentially bigger. And our focus here is the Hulk. Specifically, the Child Savage version.
The classic Hulk smash
Yeah,
version.
Pretty much. His whole deal is rage-fueled escalation. The madder he gets, the stronger he gets. Plus, incredible baseline durability.
Right, kicking off with his old sparring partner.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk versus Abomination. Hulk wins 55% to 45%.
Emil Blonsky. Abomination often has comparable, maybe even slightly higher, baseline strength and durability than Hulk starts with. And Blonsky's usually more disciplined, more controlled, but Hulk escalates. In a prolonged fight, which these tend to become, Hulk's rage just keeps building. He surpasses Blonsky's static strength level. That escalation potential gives him the edge over time.
Okay, but rage has limits, apparently. Hulk versus Juggernaut. Pan Marco wins 55% to 45%.
This is where physics breaks down and magic takes over. Juggernaut's power isn't just physical strength, it's mystical invulnerability from Sidorak and that unstoppable momentum.
So Hulk just can't overcome the magic.
Essentially, yes. Hulk can get infinitely strong, theoretically, but if his punches can't actually meaningfully harm Juggernaut due to the mystical protection, his strength becomes irrelevant. You can't break what's magically unbreakable by hitting it harder.
Gotcha. Magic trumps rage. Now, against an Image Comics powerhouse, Hulk versus Savage Dragon. Hulk takes this one more comfortably, 60% to 40%.
Yeah, Dragon's incredibly tough, experienced, resilient, a top-tier brawler.
But not quite Hulk level.
Not quite. Hulk's higher baseline durability and especially that rage escalation put him a clear step above. Dragon can score some wins, he's got the grit, but Hulk's ability to absorb punishment and just keep getting stronger is usually too much.
Okay, now the big one, the one people will argue about. Hulk versus Superman. And Superman wins 60% to 40%. That feels decisive against potentially limitless strength.
It does, but the key isn't negating Hulk's strength. It's preventing the escalation. This comes down to tactical control.
How so?
Superman has overwhelming advantages in speed, flight, and ranged attacks, like heat vision. He dictates the fight.
He doesn't let Hulk get mad enough.
Exactly. He can control the distance, use hit-and-run tactics, employ restraints, or just deliver blows fast enough to secure a win before Hulk reaches those world-breaker levels of rage. Speed and versatility counter raw, escalating power here. Hulk needs time and proximity to ramp up fully.
Speed kills, even for the Hulk. Okay. And finally, the Marvel Universe heavyweight bout. Hulk versus the Thing. Hulk wins 60% to 40%.
Ben Grimm. Ever-loving blue-eyed Thing. He's peak superhuman toughness, skilled fighter, incredible heart.
That's still not enough.
Not consistently. Ben makes it a fight every single time, no doubt. But Hulk's escalating strength and superior baseline durability just push him over the top. Ben can take a beating, but Hulk can take more and dish out increasingly more. It's a tough matchup for the Thing.
So the lesson for Hulk seems to be, his power is immense but controllable. If an opponent can dictate the pace, use range, or has an absolute defense like Juggernaut, Hulk's rage engine can be stalled or bypassed.
Precisely. Control is the counter to pure, escalating force at this tier.
All right, final tier, metahuman. We're talking the highest levels of power and complexity.
And our focus is the embodiment of complexity. Martian Manhunter. John Johns.
If Hulk is raw force, John is everything else.
Pretty much. His defining trait is versatility. Top-tier telepathy, intangibility, shape-shifting, super strength, speed, flight. He has it all. Comparable raw power to the big guns, plus this massive toolkit.
Okay, first up, power versus versatility. Martian Manhunter versus Hyperion. John wins 55% to 45%.
Hyperion is basically Marvel's Superman archetype. Immense strength, durability, flight, heat vision, pure physical might.
So how does John take the majority?
The toolkit. Telepathy messes with Hyperion's focus. Intangibility means Hyperion can't easily land hits. Shape-shifting allows for tactical adaptations. Jean doesn't need to outpunch Hyperion. He outthinks and outmaneuvers him using powers Hyperion has no counter for.
Bypassing the physical defense makes sense. He does even better against Power Girl. Martian Manhunter wins 65% to 35%. That's a dominant score against a Kryptonian-level powerhouse.
It really shows the power of that versatility. Power Girl is raw Kryptonian might. Immense strength, speed, durability.
But John shuts her down.
Largely, yes. Again, telepathy can disrupt her, intangibility makes her strength useless, and shape-shifting offers endless tactical options. She simply can't bring her primary weapons, her fists, to bear effectively against an opponent who can turn intangible or attack her mind directly. It's a systemic counter.
Okay, what about against instability? Martian Manhunter versus Sentry. Jean takes a narrow win, 55% to 45%.
Sentry, potentially limitless power, but famously unstable.
Right, the void and all that.
Exactly. John's edge here is consistency and mental stability. He's tactically precise. Sentry's power might fluctuate wildly, but John can exploit that instability, especially using telepathy to target Sentry's known mental fragility during a prolonged encounter. Reliability beats volatile power.
But then comes the ultimate test of consistency. Martian Manhunter versus Superman. And Superman flips the script, winning 55% to 45%. Why does Clark succeed where others fail against John?
This is a clash of titans, and it's incredibly close. Clark wins because he represents the peak of consistent, high-end power and speed.
Speed again.
Speed is huge. Superman has greater raw speed, arguably higher durability at the top end, and just relentless, consistent application of his powers. While John has more tools, Clark can often execute his strategy faster than John can adapt with intangibility or telepathy. It's about that fractional speed advantage combined with unbreakable physical consistency.
So Superman's sheer efficiency and speed finally overcome the versatility edge.
In the majority of simulations, yes. It's the narrowest of margins, though.
Okay, last one. Martian Manhunter versus Wonder Woman. John wins 55% to 45%.
Another incredibly close fight. Diana brings Amazonian skill that's arguably unmatched. divine weapons, and resilience.
But John still takes it.
He does, again, due to the breadth of his powers. Diana can handle shapeshifting, she can handle strength. But adding potent telepathy and intangibility to the mix gives Jayon just enough extra dimensions to secure the win more often than not. She might counter one aspect, but countering the whole suite simultaneously is the challenge.
So the big picture for Martian Manhunter in the metahuman tier, versatility, especially psychic and phasing abilities, tends to trump raw physical power. Unless that raw power is coupled with the absolute peak of speed and consistency like Superman.
That nails it. It's the ultimate expression of how different power types interact.
So if we look back across all 4 tiers, what's the grand takeaway from this whole analysis?
I think it reinforces that success isn't just about raw power or tier placement. It's about the application of abilities. It's about discipline versus chaos. Robin uses intellectual discipline to navigate the street tier. Wolverine's success hinges on balancing feral instinct with his healing, where discipline is that tiny deciding factor. Hulk needs rage to overcome disciplined opponents but gets shut down by control, and Martian Manhunter uses versatility to dismantle raw power.
It's always about how the powers are used, not just what they are, the nuance.
Exactly.
Okay, that leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. We saw tactical control Superman's speed against Hulk being crucial at the superhuman level. And we saw adaptability, John's shapeshifting and intangibility being key at the metahuman level.
Right. Control versus adaptability.
So which of those 2 qualities do you think would give a bigger boost to a street tier fighter like Robin? Would mastering control or mastering adaptability be more valuable for someone without powers? Something to think about.
Good question. And next time on the deep dive, we're tackling another fascinating group from the arena data.
That's right. Get ready for Lady Shiva, Deathstroke again, Ghost Rider the Johnny Blaze version, and Power Girl.
It's going to be another intense breakdown.
Definitely. Until then, keep digging. We'll see you soon for the next deep dive.